Time is running out with just 3 more rounds to go. The fight for third and the relegation battle have reached fever pitch. Who will inch closer to another season in the J1 League? Find out here on the J1 League Goal Zone. A massive clash at the Urtex Stadium as Shonan and Sendai battle to stay alive in the top flight, while the Marinos travel to Urawa looking to secure their position in second. Oita on the road to play Kashima as they try to keep their J1 ambitions alive, while Yokohama hosted Kobe in their bid to stave off relegation. Vegalta remain deep in relegation trouble, and with just a solitary victory in their last 7, time is running out for them to climb out of the bottom group. Shonan were still in danger, but were on a 4-game unbeaten run, and a positive result would be another big step towards safety for the away side. And that good run looked good to continue. As the ball was played across the face of the goal, Wellington rising very high to nod the ball into the far corner, and that's 1-0. Buoyed by that early start, Shonan came again just a couple of minutes later. Tarek this time from 35 yards. His dipping effort not dipping quite enough. The home side were very much under the cosh midway through the first half here, and the ball falls to Wellington once again. This time Jakub Slowik gets his body in the way. Into the second half now, and the pressure still coming from the visitors. Sendai at 6s and 7s. Takuya Okamoto with an opportunity, but he blazes that one wide. This one was wrapped up with 17 minutes to go. Sendai losing possession in their own box. Okamoto picks up the loose ball, drives forward, and gets their second of the day. All 3 points then to the visitors, and their hopes of survival are improved. Urawa were beaten by Kashima in what was only their second loss in 12 league matches. In their quest to respond, they hosted a Yokohama side that came into this one having scored 8 in their last outing. The Marinos would be full of confidence on the back of that performance then, which should see them give the hosts a hard game. Here's Shazad Haq.
Oh, that goes everywhere and completely against the run of play. It is Urawa Reds who stunningly have the lead. Completely out of the blue. Well, no one was at the far post. And Ito puts it in. Well, it was a real mess at the back, a couple of deflections. Schultz, I think, got a touch on it. They couldn't clear their lines. But an easy finish for Ito. That's his first ever goal. Osaka onside. Try to be a little clever, can still be finished off. And there it is, the second goal. Tanaka makes it 2. Well, after, again, a lot of the ball, Yokohama don't do anything with it. And it's Urawa who are clinical once again. Great work from Osaka, found that bit of space. And they are all over the place. Real problems here for Yokohama F. Marinos. Comes across the goal. Kota Mizunuma, and he's got one into the near post. Leo Ciara. Well, they have been trying to crank up the pressure, and Ciara gets the all-important goal. There was Elbert, worked it through a nice little pocket of space for Daizamaida, who made the cross. Great thinking there from Mizunuma to slide the ball across to Leo Ciara. Keeper went up for it as well, Takaoka, but it's not to be. It's a very, very good win and delight all around for Urawa Reds. They have been superb today. Daizamaida and the rest of the Yokohama team, who know now they've got an absolutely crucial game against Vissel Kobe coming up in order to try and secure second spot. But great drama here at the Saitama Stadium. It ends Urawa Reds 2, Yokohama F. Marinos 1.
Tokyo were on the end of a humiliating 8-0 loss in their previous contest and would have had plenty of time to dwell on that to produce a big response against Tokushima. The visitors had lost 7 of their last 8 on the road and would be desperate for a result to take them away from the threat of relegation. The first chance of the game fell to Vortis. Takuma Suzuki from 30 yards out, pushed away by the goalkeeper. Slightly closer to goal, Tokyo had their own chance from just outside the box. Leandro with the strike, but he'd struggled to get the ball out from underneath his feet and couldn't get quite enough purchase on it. The breakthrough came 3 minutes before the half. Joel Fujita and Kazuki Nishia combining well, but the resulting shot took a wicked deflection that put the ball beyond the goalkeeper's outstretched arm. Just before the hour mark, a chance for the home team to equalise. Diego with his foot dangerously high, the referee points to the penalty spot and Kensuke Nagai steps up. But he didn't hit it cleanly and Kami Fukumoto managed to make the save. And Vortis certainly benefited from that. With 20 minutes left, Yuki Kakita watched the ball come over his head and then spin back towards him. Difficult skill then to volley that in the back of the net, but that's precisely what he did. Just a few minutes later and they probably deserved a third. Some great patience and composure on the edge of the box, finishing with a Taisei Miyashiro shot that wasn't far off the target. Gamba had made it 3 consecutive wins last time out, and they'd be full of confidence ahead of Nagoya's visit. With just 1 win in their last 9 away from home, the away side had it all to do here as they were still gunning for 3rd spot. Early on in this one, and Nagoya's Sho Inagaki picking up the loose ball on the edge of the box, checking onto his left foot, and his half volley made the goalkeeper do some work. It was a good start from the visitors. Yuki Soma in the 8th minute here, bursting down the left-hand side. He squares the ball to Jakub Schwierschok, who finishes for an early 1-goal lead. Still only in the 22nd minute here, Naoki Maeda finds Yoichiro Kakitani, who takes a beautiful first touch before slashing that one home for the second. And they were still at it just moments later. Easy pickings for Nagoya here. Soma moving down the left-hand side, this time pulls it back for Schwierschok, who slots that one home, and it's 3-0. After the break and a bit of an unfortunate mix-up in the Nagoya defence, Patrick takes advantage and stabs that one home from close range. 2 goals the margin now for Nagoya's lead. The home side were now eager to take the bull by the horns. As the ball comes driven into the box, Patrick lunges towards it, gets his head to the ball, but Langerak gathers. Desperate stuff in the 71st minute as Gamba was scrambling for that equaliser. Patrick thought he'd scored, but upon review, Ko Yanagisawa on the right-hand side of the field was offside when the ball was played. Nagoya win this one. Cerezo had been unable to make it 3 successive victories after they were beaten by Kashima and would hope to return to winning ways as they hosted Kawasaki. But the task at hand would obviously be a challenging one. Frontale had struggled against Sagan last time out, but they'd be able to respond here surely and collect all 3 points. Here's Rhys Roshan-Run.
Frontale winning the first meeting between these two by 3-2. So they look to work their way into the box. It's broken for Damiao. That is an excellent finish by Leandro Damiao for his 19th goal of the season. Scoring in consecutive J1 matches as well. Going on the score sheet against Sagan Tosu the last time he was in action in this competition. But the build-up here is exquisite from Kawasaki Frontale. And that is expertly finished by Damiao. Here he is in possession once again. Plays it in behind for Damiao. Oh, he squeezed that in at the near post. 20 goals for the season, Leandro Damiao. He can't miss. He just can't miss. They win it in midfield here. Strong play in central midfield from Tachibanada, and then that assist from Akihiro Ienaga. Wonderful tenacity shown by Tachibanada to make something happen for Kawasaki Frontale. And then again, there's still so much work to do here for Damiao. Damiao. Still looking dangerous here. Marcinho! Eventually beats Kim Jin-hyun. And Marcinho gets his first goal for Kawasaki Frontale. And just all over the Cerezo Osaka side. Again, it's a wonderful run from midfield by Wakizaka. He doesn't quite get on the ball, but it's enough to pull Nishio away from that central defensive position. And into Damiao, who's got a bit of space to work with. Again, they get a little bit fortunate with the deflection coming off a Cerezo defender. On this occasion, it's Seko. But Marcinho this time, he's able to find the back of the net. Harakawa. Oh, it's a clever ball into Maruhashi! And it's headed in at the near post by Okuno. His third goal of the season. Hiroaki Okuno, who has worked incredibly hard in the center of the park for Cerezo. He's given the home fans something to cheer, something to shout about. Clever play by Harakawa. Initially, this is a lovely reverse ball into Maruhashi, who delivers quality towards the near post for Okuno to go and attack. No clean sheet for Jung Sung Ryung. Tono has done really well to keep that in play. And he squeezed that in at the near post as well. It is Ten Miyagi who gets his second goal of the season. There's not going to be any sort of comeback for Cerezo, I'm afraid. Again, it's incredibly well worked by Kawasaki Frontale. Damiao, just in between the lines there, flicking it on. Daiya Tono. Let's have a look at his strength here. He shrugs off the challenge of Ayumu Seko initially. Does incredibly well to keep it in play and then pick out Ten Miyagi at the far post. It's a fine finish from Ten Miyagi. On the volley, past Kim Jin-hyun. Well over the minimum of 5 minutes, and that's it then. Referee Yuichi Nishimura has called an end to this match. It ends here 4-1 to the J1 champions.
Another commanding performance from the champions then, and Damiao now just one goal shy of the top scorer's spot. When we come back, a look at the remaining teams fighting for survival. Thanks for keeping it here with us on the J1 League Goal Zone, bringing you all of the top highlights from the best in Japan. Halfway through the matches here in round 36, it's over to Saga Prefecture next in Kyushu. After a run of 6 matches without a win, Tosu got back to winning ways as they stunned champions Kawasaki last time out. Consadole had drawn their last 3 matches, the latest coming against Shimizu. But with the hosts losing only one of their last 11 home games, Saga likely to come out on top in this one.
Ooh, that was a tricky ball back to the goalkeeper. Sagan, who did well, but under pressure his clearance was not excellent. Here comes Sagan, left-footed shot, and it's in there! And it's Yuta Higuchi. The goalkeeper was put under pressure from a poor back pass, managed to get the ball away, but couldn't exert total control over it. It fell to Higuchi, and he made them pay. Right-footed into the danger zone. There's Bothroyd at the far post. Oh, and it's headed off the line brilliantly. Another attempt from Bothroyd, and finally away. And you wonder why that initial header was played back when perhaps an attempt on goal would have generated a positive strike. 5 minutes time added on is the minimum, but we've broached that barrier. Now it's all in the hands of the referee. And there it is. And you can see the emotion, can't you? Quite enthralling game of football. With the result of Sagan Tosu 1, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 0.
The Antlers had continued their good run of form with a third straight win and would look to carry on with their impressive record as they hosted Oita, a side engulfed in relegation woes. The visitors had lost back-to-back games, and with the hosts performing so well, it might spell trouble for them. A 12th-minute free kick chance for Kashima. Juan Alano takes it. It takes a deflection off the wall and then drifts wide. Not much else by way of action to speak of in the first half. Here, just after the hour mark, it's Oita on the attack. Asahi Mazuyama does well to keep the ball. Arata Watanabe changes the direction of the move, but his shot trails just wide. 4 minutes later, at the other end of the field, a lovely ball delivered in from Alano. It reaches Everaldo at the back post, but that's easy pickings for the goalkeeper. Inside the last 15 minutes now, and we're all tied up with no goals scored. Ryotaro Araki weaves his way across the edge of the box. His shot pushed away by Shun Takagi. Still, the Antlers come forward, just 8 minutes remaining. Koki Anzai with the cross. Hayase Ueda can't get his header on target. With 4 minutes of time added on for stoppages, it's all down to Yasushi Endo. His shot looks like it takes a deflection. Takagi is in the right place at the right time, and this one ends goalless. Another side in trouble, Yokohama came into this one rock bottom, 6 points from safety. Their fate could be sealed here with Kobe arriving in a fine run of form. The away side were unbeaten in their last 5, with 4 of those ending in success. Despite the hosts being desperate for a win, it will be difficult to see anything beyond Kobe claiming all 3 points. Andy Bodfish with your commentary.
Space being exploited. Vissel Kobe coming forward. Muto square. Oh, that's beautifully taken. Osaka, he didn't need the support. Cut in from the left-hand side and beats Broderson low down at his near post. Excellent start made by Vissel Kobe at the Mitsuzawa today. Muto has Osaka up in support. One touch, tries to get round the back there. Osaka. Is he giving it? Just that first touch as he tried to spin round Iwatake and then goes to ground. Iniesta then. Beautifully done. Never in doubt. Broderson drops the opposite direction, and an Iniesta penalty makes it 2-0 to Vissel Kobe here. Half an hour gone. Nakasaka rolls it into the near post, must be 3, and is. Looked like Kikuchi who followed it in. Osaka missed the chance on the near post. Another good ball in, but the connection wasn't good from Jermaine. Well, they've resisted just slinging the ball into the box. Hoof and hope have Yokohama FC, and for that they must be praised. Poor defending from Vissel Kobe. Jermaine perhaps had more time than he realised there. And that is the full-time whistle. Yokohama FC have been beaten at home by Vissel Kobe and have been relegated. They just haven't been good enough this season. They haven't scored enough goals. There was plenty of invention and energy in that second half, but no cutting edge. Final score here, Yokohama FC 0, Vissel Kobe 2.
Shimizu had failed to win their fourth game in succession, and another failure here could get them sucked right back into the mix for relegation. Sanfrecce, without a win in their last three, and sitting inconsequentially in mid-table, all meant that the hosts would be very keen to take advantage. And so they did, although it took them 30 minutes to do so. Yuito Suzuki with his shot coming back off the post. Thiago Santana slots that one into an empty net. Early in the second half, Sanfrecce looking to get back into this one. Yusuke Chajima's header glancing just wide of the post. 9 minutes later, and an incisive pass from Shunki Higashi finds Chajima again. But once more, his deft touch couldn't find the target. A beautiful chance for Kenta Nishizawa to hit this one sweetly, but he also can't find the goal frame. Moments later, at the other end of the field, Shun Ayukawa's diagonal run tests the goalkeeper. Shuichi Gonda does well enough. Ayukawa, though, would have an opportunity for revenge in the 81st minute, but Gonda pulled off another save. Shimizu hang on for the 3 points. Another side sitting safely in mid-table, Avispa were held by Yokohama last time out, and with one win out of 9 on the road, they paid a visit to Kashima. Vissel avoided a third straight loss in their last contest, and with both sides having little to play for, this one would be anyone's game. 8 minutes in, and from a fine angle, Cristiano surprises everyone with the free kick. It goes over everyone's head and out for a goal kick. A long 18th minute ball finds Avispa's Juanma Delgado. His superb technique not quite good enough to get the ball on target. Second half action now, and Mateus Savio's ball finds Cristiano. His shot well saved by Masaki Murakami. Good defence keeps the ball out, and we're still level. But that almost changed in the 68th minute when the goalkeeper decided to come out for a stroll. He didn't get hold of the ball. Douglas Grolly connects with Emil Salomonson's free kick. He drags his header just wide of the post. This one finished 0-0. Here's a look at all of the results then. Shonan getting the better of fellow relegation rivals 2-0 and consigning Vegalta to J2 football next season. Another loss for the Marinos, their third in 4 matches, this time at the hands of Urawa. Vortis kept their J1 hopes alive with a huge 2-0 win on the road, while Oita played out a goalless draw in Kashima that wasn't enough to keep them afloat. Yokohama fell 2-0 to Kobe, which also sees them fall into J2 next season. Another win for Kawasaki to stretch their already unassailable lead then, gunning for the most points scored in a single season. Second place for the Marinos still not guaranteed, with Kobe 5 points behind them and 2 more rounds still to play. Round 36 and relegation troubles finally become reality for 3 teams. Oita Trinita, Vegalta Sendai and Yokohama FC have officially all been relegated after their results this time around, and one more team will join them in J2 come the end of the season. Only 2 more rounds left to play in this campaign then, and big congratulations to Jubilo Iwata for being the first J2 side to be promoted to the top flight for next year. Keep it here with us on the J1 League Goal Zone as we take you all the way to the finish line. My name's Steve Dawson. and we'll see you next time.
อย่าลืมไลค์และ Subscribe นะครับ
Like, subscribe, push notification.
Like, subscribe, push notification.